Yo, what is good YouTube? Dubs here, back with another video, guys. We have some more breaking news, highlights, analysis, and observations from another day here in Jacksonville for Jaguars training camp. Another big day in terms of seeing a lot of growth, seeing a lot of guys stand out in practice, and we're going to go over all of that in this video. Before we do that, smash the like button so we can get the video to all the Jaguars fans around the world. Also, subscribe if you're new, join the family, because I will be covering the entirety of the offseason, signings, trains, all of training camp, and everything you guys can think of. I've got you guys covered. This is the place to be, so join the family. And turn your post notifications on so you're notified every time we go live for a game and every time we post a video. But without any further ado, let's get into this video. Now, the one guy that stood out to me, well, there was a couple of guys, but the first guy we're going to talk about is a guy named Garrett Prince. Now, he's a tight end. He's kind of buried on the depth chart a little bit. A young guy who is trying to make this roster. Now, he came out and had a big day. He made two of the best catches in practice. And then that's what I mean. Two of the best practices in all of practice. He came down with one in the back of the end zone versus Trey Herndon. It was great coverage, just made a big-time catch. And then he had another big-time catch where the crowd went absolutely crazy. So he's a guy I need you guys to continue to keep your eye out for, because he could make this team, and he could be a guy that they maybe even use going forward. Now, obviously, they have Evan Ingram, they have Brenton Strage, so there is kind of a battle up the roster to even make this team. But I do consider him a guy that could really turn some heads as we continue to get through training camp, and we'll know more once the pads come on. Now, another guy that's starting to show a lot of growth in his second season, Travon Walker. Now, Travon Walker, he's a work in progress, but a guy who has tremendous upside, a guy who they believe in can be one of the best pass rushers or guy off the edge in the NFL, and they really do believe that he will be incredible down the line, and he's just starting to show his growth. He's just starting to show that he can be a very good player, at the NFL level. Now, he had one play in particular during red zone drills where, he bit on a little bit of a fake and then went to the opposite side and was right in the backfield for a stop. So, Travon Walker, again, you're an edge rusher. The pads aren't on yet. We got to wait until the pads are fully on to see how many of these guys are really going to stand out on the field. But another guy that we've been seeing play pretty well over the first few days of camp. Now, let's talk about Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is a guy who has been absolutely amazing throughout camp so far, but did struggle today or yesterday in red zone drills. He had an up and down day, a couple of big time throws, a couple of bad throws, but that is just a part of it, man. He's gonna have some good days, he's gonna have some bad days, he's gonna have some good throws, he's gonna have some bad throws. He's got to get through, got to continue to improve and build this chemistry with the rest of the team. And I do think that so far so good for Jacksonville. I feel like they're making the right moves. They were a big team last year, and I think they're gonna come out here next year and again have a great season. Devin Lloyd, another guy. Young guy who, they believe in. I think he's going to be a big part of this defense next year. He made some very impactful stops in practice, and I think that, he can unlock a whole new area of his game that he is yet to unlock. So hopefully that happens, and hopefully we see that come alive over the next couple of days here at training camp. And now the best play of the day, according to reporters, was when CJ Beathard dropped in a beautiful pass into the back of the end zone to Seth Williams, the former Auburn wide receiver, beating Montreric Brown for a touchdown. That was probably the play of the day. The crowd's energy was incredible. But some other notes here. Brenton Strage got a touchdown in team drills. Tank Bigsby continues to look like a natural pass catcher, which is something that surprises me, because I'm an Auburn fan. I watch him a lot at Auburn. Wasn't the best in terms of catching footballs, but it looks like he's very much improved. So they're also saying that he hasn't let the ball hit the ground yet, which is insane. I mean, running the ball wise, catching the ball wise, extremely impressive for a guy like Tank Bigsby. So we'll see if he continues to do that. I'm excited to see the pads come on, because that's when you'll see the realness come out, when the running backs are on the field and the pads are on and the team's going at it. That's when things are going to get really fun, which should be a couple of days from now. So make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. I will be covering everything you guys need to know going forward. Subscribe, hit the like button, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, and if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.